ask over and over again, all right, this is the Colorado Mountains, and this is the highest mountain in the Rockies are in Colorado. Some of the mountains are so tall that they are covered in snow even in the summer. And the Rocky Mountains, all the way north to south, they go all the way north to south. In between the Rocky Mountains is the Colorado River, I believe. Okay, now I have to go to waterways. Okay, so when I ask her over and over again, this is what I was trying to get out. For some reason, I can't spit it out. When I ask her, Suzanne, where are you? Where can we find your physical body? Or what can we do to get you justice if we don't find your physical body? Now, Maya Malete is a mother of 3 children who has been missing. They never found her body in California, where she's from. But her husband, Larry, get it? Larry and Barry? Larry is arrested. Okay, Larry has stayed in jail. Okay, he won't be getting out because he doesn't have what Barry has, which is this money. Okay, so everybody knows he did it. He will have a trial of some sort. Okay, but he's in jail without physical evidence. I mean, I don't know what the police have. Okay, I don't know, what papers they have, but it can be done. You can be arrested and go to jail for somebody's murder without a body. Okay? A friend of mine, her name is Penny, her daughter was brutally murdered. Of course, just murdered. Okay? They don't have her body. Her boyfriend or her husband, is he a husband? I think it was a boyfriend. Anyway, they shared one boy. She had 2 other children, and they shared one baby boy. And he murdered her, and he's in jail. And I believe her name was Kelly. It is Kelly Armstrong, who was murdered. But they never found her body. Okay, he's in jail for the rest of his life. Okay, her mother, Kelly's mother, Penny, is still trying to fight to find her body, even though it's 11 years later. She's still trying to find her body. But thank God the person who killed her is in jail. Thank God Larry Malete is in jail. Okay? Yes, we need to find, I gotta tell Ruby, could you do a read on Maya Malete? Okay, I've done a few, I think I did about 7 reads on her. So if you want to find her readings, go to Mystic Brady, Maya Malete, and see what you see. I did a cold read in the car, and that's when I really started to feel very, very strong in my abilities to talk to people in spirit, because I got a lot of information without turning over a card. And then, of course, I did the dowsing rods and the cards. I always try to do all formats. Anyhow, here we go, Colorado River. You might say, okay, big deal, big whoop, Colorado River. I don't know why I feel hot on it, but the Colorado River is very long. Duh. Okay, these books are made for little kids. Okay, which I'm a little kid in my head. All right, it's very long. It runs through many states. Follow along the river. Can you find the Grand Canyon? Okay, so not that it has anything to do with the Grand Canyon, but I had done several videos on, sorry for scratching my nose. My mother would say, you're going to have a fight. If you scratch your nose a lot, that means you're going to have a fight with somebody, the next person you talk to. I hope not. I don't want to fight with Devin. I don't want to fight with my stepson. Okay? I have my Mercury retrograde candle lit. I have prayers up for crystal medicine might be getting her dream house. And this candle is also lit. Actually, the one in the living room is lit for my friend Tammy, for her health, healing health. I'm okay. That was that wasn't a sympathy cough. It was like I was trying to swallow my coffee at the same time I was sniffing up Mercury and retrograde candle from my sister Patricia. Smells great. Oh, absorb it, absorb it, absorb it. Okay. I don't know why I'm such a weirdo, but I am. Sorry. Smells are important to me because it goes to your olfactory nerve, which goes right directly to your brain. So every memory from the smell, when you first smelled a certain smell, will bring you back because it's connected to your brain. So your brain tells you, you were sniffing vanilla, and the first time you smelled something vanilla, you were 4 years old. Okay, you might not know all of that is going on, but it's. I did a lesson on it to my college students. Yeah, I used to be an adjunct. Okay, anyway, so I said to, I'm going to have to close my eyes because otherwise I can't focus, all right, because it's too much stimulating me. So I had said, please, Suzanne, where can we find you? What could be clues to find your body or somebody that knows something? Because Barry's not going to give it up. Barry is very slick, and she tells me this. She says it over and over again. People underestimate him. Don't underestimate him. She's very upset about her daughters. She wants her daughters to know how much she loves them and how much danger they are in. Because not only are they in danger with Barry, maybe hurting, if he hurt their mother, which he did, imagine if he gets angry with them, he could hurt them and make them get gone, allegedly. But not only that, they are more likely to become involved in an abusive relationship if they cuddle up to their father and just believe everything about their father and don't believe their father did this. They will, when their father is long gone, and guess what? He's going to die too. We're all going to die, all right? But say he doesn't live a long life in prison, hopefully prison. Say he doesn't live a long life. Maybe his heart gives out. Maybe he has a stroke. Okay. I'm not saying he's going to have that, but let's just say he doesn't live a long life. He's already 50, what is he? They're a few years younger than me, so he's, what is he, 55, 53, 54, something like that? Okay. With all the stress from court cases, even if he gets off, he's still going to be involved with the court because good always wins over evil. And also, what's in the darkness comes to light eventually. And there's other people involved in it. So, what they're showing me, when I say they, besides Suzanne, there's like a team, her team of people that she stands with, and then there's my people that were with me since I'm born. But I didn't know about them. I'm knowing about them more and more every day because I feel my third eye is stronger. Anyway, and the more you use it, the better it is. So what they're saying to me is, she's the mother. Now they're calling her the mother. The mother is afraid for her two daughters that they will get somehow, some way in abusive relationships when Barry's long gone, okay, and they can't, be, hey, daddy, we're doing this for you, we're doing that for you, we're doing that, everything for you. We're going to get 17 jobs so we can pay all, because that money's going to run out, okay? Now, another person who's in denial is Barry's mother, all right? She knows we're all, you know, She knows how Barry has acted since day one, the relationship between Barry and his father, which I heard the father was very hard on him, but that doesn't make you into a murderer. But the thing is, he was very self absorbed and made into the prince of the family. He has two younger sisters, I believe. And so what happens is how he was treated by his mother and his sisters, he he transferred over into how he was supposed to be treated by his wife Suzanne. And she did. She goes, Katrina, I was a team player for many, many years, as you well know, about that life. And when she says that, because I was married to my ex for 24 years, I was with him for 28 years. Okay, 4 years before we got married, we were together, dating from age 18, and we got married at 22. 22? Yeah, 22. Okay, 18? Yeah. And so at first you try to be the people pleaser, you try to please them, you try to walk on eggshells because you want the marriage to work, and you love that person. And then you have children with that person, so you're trying harder and harder to please it, but everybody has their limit, okay? And 20 something years in, I'm proud of Suzanne. A lot of people are trying to run her name through the mud because why? Because she had a boyfriend? Good for her. I'm glad she had a boyfriend. And I've said this before. I'm not saying I'm glad that maybe she broke up Jeff's marriage with his 6 kids, or maybe made her husband mad, or made her sad, or made her children, her 2 daughters sad, but sad or mad. But Suzanne had asked for a divorce, and he said no several times. We only know about the stuff that's in the text. We don't know about the things that weren't recorded, and she didn't tell anybody about. Okay? So if she had somebody to talk to that understood her, and she had a couple of good friends, but even the good friends didn't know about Jeff, the boyfriend. Okay? So just everybody get it out of their mind to put her through the mud, to put something bad on her name, or even feel a certain type of way when you don't know what she went through. This is a woman who went through cancer twice, fought cancer twice, okay, and might have lived a very long life had she gotten divorced successfully, gotten some kind of restraining order against Barry. Okay, but what they're telling me is refocus. They're telling me to refocus. All right, help me do that, please. I need help with that. I definitely need help with that. Okay. There was lots and lots of talk about Barry always stepping out of the marriage. Where was there talk? Between Suzanne and Barry, and because Suzanne had told family and friends, and people saw it. Okay. Now everybody is shutting up like a clam because you know what? There's evilness over this case. People are scared. Okay. I'm not going to be scared because people have money and they want to do suing and lawsuits and whatnot. I can understand when people are afraid, but Suzanne wants us to really think about her name. Katrina, please don't let my name be put through the mud again. Barry, he's sick in his mind, all right? Does he have some good points? I'm sure he has some good points. Every murderer does, all right? They could be charming, they could be funny, they could be ambitious workers, okay? Chris Watts, everybody said not a mean word about him. He was a nice guy. That's all they could say. He was a nice guy, all right? She doesn't want, she goes, Barry was dragging my name through the mud. both to my face and then after I was killed. But now, people who never met me are putting judgment on me. Okay? And so I ask people not to do that. Please don't do that. All right? So you don't you don't know how many times she forgave him for the indiscrepancies, the things that he did. He would just take off and disappear. Oh, and the guys I'm hunting, and the guys I'm working, and the guys I have a job. Okay? People have to come forward. If you had an affair with Barry, please come forward. Okay? You know why? Some way, type of way, it's going to circle back to you. At some point in your life, you're going to have very bad luck because the evil follows you. If you do something good, if you indeed had some kind of relationship with him and you know something about his whereabouts, or you just know something, well, you had, even if you think, oh, he's innocent, but we did have a friendship, or maybe an emotional affair, or inappropriate relationship, whatever the frig it is. Come on, grow up, everybody. This is life, all right? But please get that information to law enforcement, get it to a lawyer, get it to somebody, because she's asking for help, and the guides are asking as well. Because even if you don't, even if he just gets off scot-free, okay? Suzanne's still missing. Suzanne was still murdered. She wouldn't leave her kids. She would not leave her kids, especially her youngest daughter, who wanted to get an apartment with her. Now, this I have firsthand knowledge of because it was the same situation with my son. My son was like 15, 16, same exact age. He still had 2 more years of school. And every day we were fighting. Me and my ex-husband were fighting. And I don't like to fight, especially in the morning, because it's just like, you got to get to work, you got to get to school, But he was in the way where he would fight with me in the morning. And then he would go like nothing happened, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay? So my son would be sitting on the computer and be witnessing this, the fight in the kitchen. Okay? I don't know. I don't want to see that picture in my head, but for some reason I feel Suzanne is bringing it to me, back to me. And this is 51 minutes? Holy crap. All right. So she's telling me that there are people, including the nephew, including anybody who was Barry's friend, that have information, okay, that could help the case. All right. When I ask her, did anybody help bury any part of you? She goes like this, and she doesn't mean no. She just doesn't want to talk about that. She doesn't want to deal with it. So when I push her to find a way, to find her, or find clues, she just showed me, I'm happy about February 7th. And I was like, Patricia's birthday? She's, no. Clink Clink came for somebody, DW. Okay, so she just told me that. She's happy about that. I'm happy too. I'm hoping there'll be more. Anyway, she's not saying nobody helped him. She's saying the person that helped him directly will never, is just like Barry. Just looks like Barry. Could he he's just like Barry, so he'll never tell. He'll bring that to the grave. And she's going like this. They're like this. Katrina, they're like this. And she's showing me like fatigues and one of those long shotguns that you wear on your shoulder. I mean, I'm like, I've never held a gun in my hand except for a toy gun I've never gone hunting. I don't know any of that life, but she's showing me that feel. I'm smelling the cut grass and um, skinning animals, draining blood, all that stuff. They have that knowledge. Now she's saying they have that knowledge how to do that, but she's saying that person won't talk. Um, so I'm saying, where else should I go? What else should we be looking at? Is there anything that we're not looking at? So when I was talking about the waterways, I know I veer off into different things. I had done a video where I really talked about the Arkansas River, which is in Colorado, but I think they call it the Arkansas River, and it comes like is a fork, so it goes straight, and then it forks out. Okay, so that's what I thought of when I saw this. I said, is that the thing that I was thinking of? Chicago? No. Arkansas River. And there's some kind of clue in some kind of clue. This isn't a good example of it. Is it by Colorado Springs? Wherever the nephew has a house that's by this river, cement is involved, but it's near the river, and it could be the Arkansas River. That's what I think she's showing me. But remember I said, so please go look for that video because I'm more specific on it. Um, and if you're really interested in Suzanne Morphew, look at my all 36 videos. And you can fast forward if you feel like I talk too much and, you know, I talk about my coffee or whatever it is. Um, there is a lot of work that I put into it. That's when I used to work alongside of Blind Spot, formerly known as Quantum Reality, who has shut down her channel because she has a job. And also Genocide I worked with. She still does her channel, and Jojo Ballistic. But yeah, and Gonzo, who I worked with as well. I mean, when I say work with, we support each other. He watches my stuff, I watch his stuff, and we just collab. But you know, like people don't want to be associated with psychics when they're on the case, so you know, it's all right. It's fine with me. Um, Currently, I'm working a lot with Ruby, just a Texas medium. She's done mapping, and she's very good at it. And also, I collab a lot with Crystal Medicine, but I don't think she did Suzanne. I'm gonna have to ask her what her read is on Suzanne. Okay, she'll do it. She'll do it if I ask her nicely. Anyhow, so now I'm just gonna read my notes because I probably totally confused everybody. Here's my notes. Here's my old book with my new, old and new. So I have Suzanne Morphew. This was written over a year ago. I have mistress, co-worker or friend. Page of Swords. Make the decision. She is not remorseful. She is not remorseful. So somebody associated with Barry is not remorseful in whatever her part was, or whatever knowledge or friendship, whatever. Nine of Pentacles, a male brought in help to BM. Okay? What was I saying before? What was Suzanne showing me? Okay? I haven't done tarot cards on Suzanne in a long time, but this is from a while ago. So Nine of Pentacles, a male brought in help to help BM. Okay? Could be this male. The male could be TN. Okay, those are the initials, right? Helping BM cover up. Okay. Then I have CC, which I believe is Cassidy Cordova. It is Cassidy Cordova, and he, you know, had spoken to the police very upfront and helped out a lot. Um, what is his responsibility? He heard things. He heard things over the phone, text, and conversation. So I think people should reevaluate and go back to Cassidy Cordova. Yeah, I think he's safe now. I mean, the angels and the guides watch over him. Okay, he was fighting, an addiction battle, and but he was telling the truth. The things that he said, and I don't even know all the things. I have this written down, and this is many, many cases ago. All right. Then I have 25 to 28. Action move forward as the mother of his kids. What? 20 to 28. 25 to 28. Action move forward as the mother of his kids. I'm not sure what that is. Broomfield. Why on Mother's Day? Why did this happen on Mother's Day? Was it planned? I think. All right. Let me read my notes and then I'll tell you what I think it was planned or not. Okay. Then I have TN again. Those initials TN. Look it up. You'll find out who that is. Okay. He is very unbalanced. He saw or felt pressured about money, a money situation. Suzanne, she wants her story told and protected. Those who dare to tell it. Yes, that's why I'm saying, Cassidy Cordova is being protected. There were a lot of bad, sketchy situations. Somebody tried to eliminate him. Somebody tried to just mess him up. Things were written about him so that he would go to jail. People did bad things to him. And when I say people, I mean people associated with BM, Barry. Okay? We all know who I'm talking about, Barry. Okay? But you know what? He has divine protection. He has protection from divine. He has protection from all the spirit guides that are around Suzanne, and she sends them protection. She goes, what a nice young man. I'm always trying to help him to have a better life because of what he did for me. He stood up for me more than my own daughters. Okay? She just wants us to pray for her daughters. It's not an anger thing anymore. But she's very, powerful in her passion towards them knowing how to be safe and what a good relationship is, what a positive relationship is. That you don't have to be put down in a relationship that is somebody that you're supposed to be with. You don't have to, you should feel like a friend. You should feel like you don't have to do anything and the person would still love you. You don't have to jump through hoops. She goes, I wanted to show my daughters that, but I didn't get a chance to do it. I understand. Don't worry. Okay. All right. So, those who dare to tell it, everyone is afraid. Patience for Suzanne. Patience for Suzanne, I had written. Okay, so those were the old things. What I think happened on Mother's Day, I think it was the day before when Suzanne was. Okay, let's get it straight. Barry wasn't an idiot. He's not dumb, okay? He does dumb things, and he's a narcissist, allegedly. But he wasn't dumb. He saw her playing with her phone. He saw her pulling away from him and not falling for the usual, I'm sorry, let's start over. I'm sorry, just forgive me. I'm sorry, just put up with my crap. Okay? She was drawing a line in the sand, and she said, I'm not happy. I haven't been happy for a very long time, and I don't want to do this anymore. Let's just do it civilly. I don't care how we do it, but let's just do it for the kids. Let's be civil about it. Okay? You'll go on to your life, I'll go on to my life, and that's it. And he knew she was different this time. I feel he had seen, when she was sleeping, he knew about the text, but he found out very late. In that, it was either the day before Mother's Day or a couple of days before Mother's Day. Somehow he found those texts. He knew about it, okay? But he was still thinking, she's going to be mine. She's going to stay with me. He was angry. I don't think he knew the person. I don't think Suzanne had him in the phone as Jeff. It might have been as somebody else. Somehow he found, maybe he heard her. Maybe he was in the other room and he heard her. She didn't know he walked in the room. Anyhow, I feel he realized when he came home, even though they had a beautiful, magical, nice dinner or something, evening, that he went into a rage because he realized that she was sunbathing and talking to her boyfriend. Okay? And he killed her. All right? I talked about that, how he killed her in my video. I don't want to talk about it again. It was definitely hit her in the head, back of the head, but that might have been the gun that wasn't a bullet. It was what's that thing that they found it in the court papers? Tranquilizer. All right. If you get hit with the tranquilizer, you get knocked out. You're not dead, but you get knocked out. And her being very thin, like 120 pounds or less, that would affect you, maybe get knocked out for even longer. But I do feel she was strangled. And then I feel she was cut up. And that's why I said 5 places that I think her body was, just like he would cut up a bear, skin animals, he did the same to her so that she would never be found.